Okay, you can see that I've started pulling some pieces out. This part came out. I pulled this one out first. When I'm making videos, I'm usually just thinking about what I'm doing instead of like, oh wait, I have to stop and show you guys this. So I've pulled out a pair of tweezers that's more like this. Kind of has like a little scoop kind of edge to them, and when it gets to places like this, it can get a little dicey, because you can see as I pulled this up, can you see how that came up? So I need to go back in with my blade and make sure it's cut completely through. I think I might even want to shore that one up a bit. And it's just a lot of coming in here and very gently removing pieces. Sometimes I can't get it out of there, so it's just going to stay in. And you can see here with the cardboard, I had two strips that went this way. So let's see if I can get this one to come up. And I can still kind of feel that it's a little attached right there. So I'm going to come back in here and make sure it's cut. And then the secret to this is you just gotta go slow. You just gotta go slow. I've already peeled this little bit out, and I know that these are a little tight. I want them to be tight. Something that I learned in the last piece with the house is that I made the hole I ended up making it just a tiny bit too big. And, you know, I can live with that. But I didn't end up liking it very much. So let's see. There we go. Because I want this to rest flat. So now you can see there's another piece of cardboard there that I need to get rid of. And now let's see. I want to try getting this little piece out here. And I just start at the end, and I'm just gently picking up and then peeling off that first layer, come back in. Okay, so this is the remainder of that's the carton board. And again, I'm trying to be really careful right there, because I don't want to pull that up. I may come in with some spackle on that. Okay, so I'm double checking. Okay, I cut it all the way through. So this isn't like super exciting work, as you can see. It's just very carefully taking apart the things that I've made, so then I can sink a piece in. And you may be wondering about, like, why would I want to sink it in there? Well, I want it to be attached. There's something about, I don't know quite how to put it, when they become one. It's not one thing is attached to the other. When one thing is coming into, like the house is being recessed into, it's more of a joining, more of a permanent joining than, say, perhaps a temporary like just gluing together or attaching. So you can see all of that coming up. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to continue picking these things out and then see if this fits, because that comes down about 3.5, almost 4 millimeters. Well, maybe not, more like 3, because I was shooting for 2 to 3 millimeters sinking it in. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you, patrons. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, I got everything cut, and the house is fitted in. In fact, I'm gonna use my elbow here. the reason you can see it's sunk in there. I haven't glued anything yet because I want to make sure. There's a big fat fly. Where'd you come from, you little flying jelly bean? I wanted to make sure that I had everything where I wanted it with regards to the base. Is there anything else I want to do to it? I had talked about adding something around the edge. Still thinking about it. I have some areas up here that kind of need to be attended to. So at this point, with everything glued together, and as you can see, everything glued into place, all the furniture is glued into place. And I think I told you earlier that the furniture is all glued in. I used wood glue for them because, with the exception of these guys right here, because they're pretty light and that's not gonna move. And then this here, look at my giant liver spot. You can see here, there's the bed, and I glued it on two sides and used wood glue. I used wood glue down there too, and I also used wood glue here to glue these banisters in. Banisters, I don't know what, I don't think I'm calling that correctly. But a railing, that's what it is, not a banister. If it's on a, get off me, big stinky fly. Actually, I don't call them stinky flies. I call them poopy feet because they have poopy little feet. This piece, I'm gonna do a little bit more with the sealant on, and I have some little glue bits here that I need to take care of. I want everything to dry so that I can come and do, you can see here I have a couple of little touch-ups that I need to do because things of course get, you know, blown over. I need to glue this piece in. I like the hues that I chose. It's looking more like the floor is lava, which I kind of like too, because that has a connotation of kids to it. You know, we've all played the floor is lava game. This piece, you can see where I have just glued in the little extra bit here. Lesson learned. I won't do that again. Everything over here, and I just basically need to go in as I'm kind of, actually this kind of helps me by going in and looking. You can see here how this is, if I get that to focus, come on, it's two pieces of fabric, and how I think a thinner fabric would work better. But I need to go in and do some touch-ups here and there and everywhere. Because it always seems like I'm learning something from my art. So yeah, that's where I am right now. And I think it's to the point where I kind of need to stop and stare at it a little while after I've done some of the touch-ups, and then I can go on with something else. I could not throw this piece of paper away, so I glued it to a piece of scrap board. And I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what. I just, you know, I liked trying to see if I can get the texture to show up. Well, maybe a little bit. A tiny bit of that. It's just really super subtle texture to show up. Because I really need to stop and think about the attachment. What kind of glue I want to use. How I want to do some sealant on the inside of the part that I excavated out. How do I want to make sure things stay put for as long as humanly possible? So that's kind of where I am right now. And for right now, I'm not calling this done. It's not done. For right now, I think. I don't know. I need to look at it. I just need to look at it for a while. So tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you, patrons.